Hi
It,
guys. No, I'm gonna start. Hi guys. So this week, at sort of M&D. So first of all, we decided to change our name. We're now MC Media, as that sort of matches a little bit more with the idea of a music application, and
get it, MC.
so that's a big change that we made. So this week we decided to sort of really put a lot of focus into our landing page experiments and focusing on sort of revenue within the application. So I did two interviews with former or actually current UC Berkeley students who now live in Armenia, and they run a company called CodeTrace. And essentially, it's a software program that has sort of gamified their system which it sort of enables them to keep and grow their user base, and it's a really excellent model. And so that's why I really want to talk to them. So during these interviews, the probably the most important takeaway was the fact that we need to learn how to, or we need to figure out how to sort of gamify our system, because that leads to more user engagement, allows us to keep our current user base, allows us to attract new ones, and ultimately help grow the company. So that's really, really important. Also, doing this will attract more advertisers, which will lead to more revenue generation, and gamification inherently allows us to do more in app purchases, which will again lead to revenue directly to us. So that's a really big deal, and we will be implementing these features moving forward into the MVP that we can show advertisers and music labels.
And so I also had a different interview with a young woman named Sophia. She was actually a Cal grad, and she went on with a friend of hers to start their own marketing agency. And so I thought it'd be really cool to talk to her to figure out sort of different marketing strategies for our app. So one of the things that we talked about was the fact that since we simply do not have the money right now in terms of the ability to spend, we shouldn't focus on expensive ad campaigns. She talked about how one of the problems is that a lot of people go out and try to do ads of every kind, from emails to flyers to social media to whatever other ways that they can do about it, and that costs people money. And so because we don't have a lot, we're trying to figure out cheaper strategies of doing that. So we're sticking to our sort of email list because we have a huge one with the UC Berkeley system, and so far it's been working out pretty well. As well as creating a Facebook page and Instagram. Those are obviously cheap and inexpensive ways of doing so. Another thing we talked about was how we're going to run our ad system. So instead of doing simply video ads, which costs advertisers a lot of money, who would not be so willing to pay for that in our app because we just don't have the eyeballs yet. We're going to think about doing something first as banner ads, which are cheaper for companies to do simply because we don't have the client base that they would be willing to pay for video ads in the first place. So until we can get our numbers up, the idea is to try to figure out cheaper ad systems that we can incorporate into the app so that advertisers would be more likely to come our way.
And it's really nice because the test that we ran this week sort of verified this idea that, friend referrals and email lists do work better than traditional ads, at least during the beginning phases. Because so far our landing page has gotten the most traffic from friend referrals and just through the general email list. So this is really good information moving forward.
So yeah, until next time.